Hi, my name's Lewisfloydhenry. I'm a one-man band. I'm going to talk a bit about my latest release called Keep Off the Grass.
Hi Lewis.
Hi.
This is your new album, Keep Off the Grass. What inspired you to title it that?
Well, there's a track on the release called Keep Off the Grass, and I just thought it's coming up to this summer now, and it kind of just, it's rather fitting for this time of the year. You know, you've got like tennis and bowls happening, you know, these kind of outdoor sports where a lot of them are played on a lawn, a well kept, tended to lawn. So I thought it could coincide with that, really. So
Okay, so Lewis, this is the title track of the album, Keep Off the Grass. Would you mind running us through a little bit with it?
well, that's one of the newest songs on the album. I just had this idea of you know, I just see the Keep Off the Grass sign, and it just humoured me, because, like, you know, you could think it's like keep off the grass, like stop smoking, or keep off the grass, like keep off my turf, like drug related gang stuff, and yeah, keep off the grass, and the English sensibility of just get off my lawn, you know, because it's been, just don't disturb that grass, especially on golf courses. And yeah, I just kind of just went on a lyrical writing journey with, you know, coming up with a rap that has just different references to grass, whether that be drugs or lawns or, you know, things like that.
Lewis, in Keep Off the Grass, I've got a favourite verse, which is you mentioned cricket 4 times, and that makes me laugh. What's that about?
Well, that's about, you know, like, deep in the grass I hear the sounds of crickets, whilst on the radio I'm listening to cricket. Now Jimmy the Cricket, that's a talking cricket. The voice in your mind, you got to check it. I just pictured myself chilling out on a nice hot day on the grass, laying on having a picnic or something with a radio, and hearing the sounds of crickets, and whilst listening to cricket on the radio.
Makes sense.
And then Jimmy the Cricket, he is a talking cricket, and the voice in your mind, you do have to check it. It's like a reference to Pinocchio.
Yeah, it makes me laugh that verse a lot.
I mean, some people go, "Oh, that's not allowed," and
What, mention it 4 times?
you know, rhyming free, like a word 4 times. But you know, I thought it was funny. I think
Yeah,
it works
thinking
like
outside the
that.
box, man. What's wrong with that, you know?
Yeah.
It's good.
The grass. Get off the lawn. Keep off the grass. Get off my lawn. Keep off the grass. Put down the pipe. It's made of glass. A game of bowls on the bowling green with the OAPs, and I'm getting lean. Down the fairway, roll up the green, hit a hole in one, man, you know what I mean. If you cross me up now to pump a smoke, you get laid out like AstroTurf. For talking west, you the one that beef. Bury your ass up on Black Heath. Chopping you down with the fly mode, trimming it back, keeping it nice and low. Or what to do, man, I can't decide. The grass ain't always green on the other side. Armed and dangerous with the second chance. Your Jimmy Hendrix doppelganger, you like Billy Shiz. Stitching crochet, knitting wool into loops. Playing croquet, knocking balls for hoops. Check it. Get off the lawn. Keep off the grass. Get off the lawn. Keep off the grass. the parapet and get stoned. Red, gold and green, Rastafari, yeah man, seen. Grease up the nipples on the hater mower. Gonna roll the stripes on the lawn tomorrow. Squirt out the bush, switch on the sprinkler. Out the garden hose when I'm a happy drinker. Pissing everywhere like the cherub fountain. Water the grass and stews to planting. Seeds to smoking pot in the greenhouse. Never blow smoke up your friend's house. There's a dry patch, will it cause a bushfire? I'm out of control, can I get much higher? Cause deep in the grass I hear the sounds of crickets. But on the radio I'm listening to cricket. Now Jimmy the cricket, that's a talking cricket. The voice in your mind, you got to check it. Get up, Floyd! Keep off the grass. The grass. Keep off the grass.
So Lewis, the second track on the album is Cognitive Recalibration. What's your inspirations in this song?
Well, that song's a really groovy track. I mean, that started from a recording session that I did before the Keep Off the Grass recording session. I went in there, and before I started recording, I just I tested the sound levels from playing that riff, and then I just happened to just start playing it and jamming along with it, and came up with just freestyled the lyrics from how I was feeling at that point in time, which was going through a bit of a rocky patch in with a relationship that I'm in, and it was almost like a kind of like musical therapy, just to kind of get all of that out that was going on in my head, all the bad stuff that was just trying to exercise it, if you could say that, just get it all out, and it just came out on that track, which is, it's all about recalibrating your mind and facing, internal demons, past traumas that are having an effect on, say a relationship you're in, so it's just about kind of acknowledging certain kind of mistakes that or acknowledging certain patterns that I seem to be repeating, and trying to address those in a positive way for doing some in deep internal work on my shadow self. And I just came up with it as, it just came out as just like a very kind of live, spontaneous, on the spot track. So I just jammed it and was singing these lyrics, and then afterwards I was like, wow, that was a pretty good new track, and I just worked on it a bit more, listened to the lyrics that I was singing, and just kind of adjusted them, and it's turned into a really groovy track, and lots of it seems to resonate with a lot of people, So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that one's turned out.
Yeah, I gotta say it's never see me again. Got low serotonin in my mind. I got to look out for my mental health all the time. Got to move on. I gotta make it out of here, babe. I don't care what all your friends say. I have to deal with how you play this game. Alright. I can't let this control my life. I just need music therapy, and then I will be just fine. And if we get back together and make it okay, and you and I, babe, we'll both be having better days. I got to move on right out of here. Got to move on. Oh, let me make that clear. Move on right out of here. Let me make that perfectly clear. I got to move on out of here. I've got to move on out of here, girl. I've got to move on out of here, baby. I've got to move on out of here, girl. I've got to move on out of here, baby. I've got to move on out of here, girl. I've got to move on out of here, baby. I've got to move on out of here, girl.
Okay, so Lewis, you've given us a rundown of the gear you use. Did you pretty much record it live, or did you do many overdubs over the top?
It was just straight live takes. I went in and did gave myself 3 tries on each track, and I start by looping the bass line, and then I just play my tracks. I just rock out over the top of the loop bass line, and I managed to get each track in under 3 takes. Some of them, it was like the last take that I went with, as I kind of felt like I just warmed up on each take, and then by the time I got to the second take or third take, I felt like I had the best take of that I was going to get in that session.
So track number 3, Lewis, it could all be AI.
Oh yeah.
Obviously AI is a big thing in technology. It has been for the last probably 5 years, I suppose, for that. Probably longer, obviously, but it's been in the media. What inspired you to write a song regarding AI and the technology of today?
Well, it's just seems to be infiltrating our lives more and more and more, and it's just like, you know, you can't, it's difficult to you know, as we're living more and more in the world of virtual reality and the internet, it's like anything could just be created by AI now. It's difficult to distinguish reality from an AI generated image or
This isn't AI now, is it?
no, this is real,
Reality.
but it's not. Hang about. Oh, right, no, it's real. It's really happening now.
Just in case the viewers are confused, this is reality.
This is not AI. This is real. This is Lewis Floyd Henry
Keep it real.
talking about it all could be AI. So yeah, I just thought like, you know, that song's all about switching off the Wi-Fi. Even if it's for a bit of putting down your phone and just getting back out into nature, and yeah, just switching off from that the world of the internet just for a bit is good for you. You know, like I smashed my phone the other day accidentally. I dropped it, and for 3 days or 4 days I didn't have a phone, and it was so like refreshing to go back to that kind of mindset of not having the phone and not having to, you know, like the habit, the addiction of looking at the phone. So I guess I'm just trying to address that kind of.
Okay, Lewis, we've got track number 4 here, Quantum Superposition. What's that all about then?
Well, that's evolved from a song called "Follow the Path of Least Resistance."
Yeah, good track.
Yeah, and it's just kind of a really groovy track, and it's evolved into quantum superposition, and what's it about? It's just about, well, in the lyrics it says follow the path of least resistance into the quantum superposition, which, I mean, follow the path of least resistance pretty much speaks for itself. Just don't go against the grain, go with the flow. And then the quantum superposition, that's just looking at things in a way that you might observe something and it changes through you observing it. So try not to focus too much on things and just kind of go with the flow. Then, you know, it has the chorus about being set free and breaking the chains and being caged by reality, and even dropping the anchor at sea, you should still drift away from all the confusion that's going on around.
Okay, so Lewis, we're halfway through the your new album, Keep Off the Grass. So this is track number 5, Alakazam. How did Alakazam come about?
Well, Alakazam came about from, it's like last year I think I came up with that track. I was busking on Brick Lane and like later on, almost at the end of the busking session where I played most of my songs, I just came up with freestyled a riff that was the riff for Alakazam, and it was in a kind of like, I was going for that kind of like pentagram vibe, and so I came up with the riff and was jamming the riff, and then on the way back when I was driving back listening to the busking session, the riff came on. I'd totally forgotten about it, and then I was like, oh wow, there's that riff that I came up with. And I was like, oh yeah, this needs to have this, like I need to write some lyrics to this. And because it gave me that pentagram vibe, I was like, oh yeah, pentagram, like magic, and then like Alakazam, and I was like, oh right, the theme of this song could be about magic. So just started writing lyrics to it, and it was kind of like Alakazam, spells and incantations, and that's how that song came about, you know, like Alakazam.
Magic. Right, so track number 6 of your amazing new album, Keep Off Your Grass, Lewis. Track number 6 is Supernatural Folklore. One of my favourites, actually, to be fair. I like your lyric, you shouldn't cut down a hawthorn tree. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the actual? Yeah, that's right.
Never cut down.
Never cut down a fucking
Never cut down a hawthorn tree.
So why should someone not cut down a hawthorn tree?
Well, in Irish folklore, if you cut down a hawthorn tree, the fairies, they won't be too pleased. You know, and you could face the wrath. Some people have had some bad luck come their way from cutting down hawthorn trees. There was a motorway somewhere in Ireland, possibly. I'm not sure if it was Ireland or the UK, but they ran this motorway through this bit of the countryside, and it had hawthorn trees. And then there was just like loads of accidents on that road, and a lot of the farmers in Ireland, they have this superstition, you know, don't mess with the hawthorn trees, because that's where the fairies live. And you know, I'm really into the supernatural folklore. You know, people like Ronald Hutton, I listen to him a lot, and just really into that kind of the folklore of the English, the British Isles, you know, that's steeped with all this kind of supernatural stuff, like, you know, Boggarts and the Banshee and Pixies and, you know, the Green Man and all this kind of stuff. So I just came up with that. I just wrote a song about, like, the Will-o'-the-Wisp being out in the bog, and I just felt like it needed to be a really kind of, you know, like the Black Sabbath song Fairies Wear Boots, and I just felt like it had to be a kind of Sabbathy sounding track. And yeah, with that kind of like heavy, slow stoner doom style riff, which has got it's evolved to have a bit of a funk style, like in there with when it gets to the astral sleep. No, basically it's like telling, like reading your child a bedtime story. You know, because I talk about the Brothers Grimm, and the Brothers Grimm, they talk about a lot of like Hansel and Gretel, and you know, these old stories that they have a lot of. Some of them have a darker history if you look into them. So yeah, that's what that song's all about. There's some supernatural elements in these the folklore, or like these bedtime stories that children get read before they go to sleep. So yeah, that's what that track's about.
Are you a superstitious chap?
Sometimes it depends, you know. I think sometimes superstition is there just to kind of protect you, like the superstition, don't walk under a ladder, for instance, because maybe that's there to just protect you from, you know, someone could be up a ladder painting, and you don't want to get drips of paint on your hair now, or a whole like tub of paint landing on your head. So. But yeah, there's all sorts of superstitions, and you can kind of be a bit over OCD about superstitions, so I try not to be too superstitious, but I do kind of have them in the back of my mind. These superstitions.
Do you salute magpies?
Yeah, I've got magpie. I got 2 magpies, one for sorrow, 2 for joy. Yeah. So, you know, I'm into that kind of thing.
Cool. Nice one. 7 we got here on your new album.
Yeah.
Keep Off the Grass. Track number 7 is Groove Along. I like things, all things that are groovy. I like to groove along. But how did this track start the groove for Groove Along?
Well, this is another track that came originated from a busking session that was just a freestyle jam. The riff, that's how I came up with the riff. Kind of with a kind in my mind coming up with that riff. I must have been like channeling the Cream and maybe a bit of Tame Impala with that half glass of wine half full or whatever it's called, like that kind of I kind of had channeling that kind of groove, and then the lyrics, they're about busking, like channeling my inner James Brown. I know everyone's got an inner James Brown that they like to channel with, they get on the dance floor and start like, you know, getting down. So it's like the lyrics are like, get on down, I'm coming through your town. When you hear this sound, it's time to gather around. You can tap to trip, or throw me a pound, and I'll rock this place and play real loud. It's all about busking, and you know, just kind of like, you know, just trying to put in things in the lyrics that are to do with busking, like ain't gonna turn it down. I get asked to turn it down, and I'm speaking to those people. You know, I ain't gonna turn it down. Like the MC5 said, we ain't gonna turn it down. And I'm saying I'm not gonna move along until I finish my song. Then I'll be long gone. And it's just about being groovy and trying to get the people passing by, or whoever's listening to the track, into a groovy way, a groovy state of mind. So that's what that track's all about. Grooving along.
Groovy. So Lewis, I wanted to ask you, what compares, to busking to recording? Do you prefer to busk live, or do you prefer to record, or do you like doing both?
I find busking when I'm busking and I'm playing a track out on the street, just doing a busking session, it's like there's less pressure and there's not so much riding on the performance, so you're just a bit more free with it. So I just find I'm a bit loose, and I try to bring that into the recording studio. Like I don't want to suffer from the red light syndrome that a lot of people can suffer from when they're in a recording situation. As soon as you press record, you start, I don't know, messing up. I don't know, like I think more about the tempo and the overall kind of like structure. I've got to really be on point with the delivery of the lyrics and things like. You've got to listen, focus more and listen a bit more like intensely. So yeah, it's what do I prefer? I think I prefer the busking side of things always, because there's just less pressure involved.
A bit more free.
Yeah, a bit more free. And sometimes I'll be in the studio doing a live session like this, and I'll be like, I recorded a better version when I was busking, and I try to make that happen on a recording session.
Man's Ruin! We got Man's Ruin here at track number 8, Lewis.
Yeah.
Amazing round. Right, Man's Ruin. An old favourite of mine as well here. I've heard this track for a while now and I've always loved it. What's Man's Ruin about?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like based on the old tattoo design, the traditional tattoo design, Man's Ruin, which is like a cocktail glass with like a woman, like a sexy looking woman in the glass, and she's got cards like gambling, and you got the booze, and it's the ruin of man, and that's what that song's all about, Man's Ruin, in a bluesy kind of way. And it's a song that I've had on some other releases. I think it first appeared on my first album, One Man and His 30-Watt Pram. And I just like to revisit some of these songs that I've come up with, because they just evolve over time. And rather than going, I've recorded that track, I'm never going to record it again, I like to just revisit them, because they change and they become, do different interpretations of them. Which is that's why this made an appearance on this release.
Hey, pretty thing, where you going today? She said, flashing on the time to blues. Hold on, wait a minute, let's tell me your name. Said the name's Evil Lamb, also known as Sim. She got hips in a good head and plenty of men. She thought, oh, get some nose, got money to spend. Drop her boss, got things to bring. You're nothing but a man to man. A man to man, yeah, a man to man. wanted to rush us if no Francis not behave. She threw a drink in my face and walked away. You're nothing but a man to am. Well, you're a man to am. A man's a man. A man to am. A man's just a man's just a man to am. Man's a man's a man to am.
So Lewis, we've got track number 9 here, Risky Business. How risky is the business and what business is risky?
The music business is a risky business to be in. Just any business that you're thinking of starting, you've got to take a bit of a risk. In life you should be taking risks. If you don't take risks, how you got to take a leap of faith. Have some kind of belief in yourself. Even if it goes wrong, at least you tried and you can learn from your mistakes. But this is another ancient song of mine. I used to play it back in the day with some bands, like old bands like Known, and I must have wrote the rap when I was, I don't know, like 19 or something. And it's just, I just love the rap. And now it's like Man's Ruin. It's evolved into a different way of playing it. It's like if I come up with a killer riff, sometimes I'm like, rather than writing a fresh rap, sometimes I just I test that rap over it, and if it works, then I'll be like, right, this is how I'm playing this song now, just to keep it current and keep playing it, because sometimes my playing style changes and I don't play the same way I used to like 20 years ago, so I like to keep some of the lyrics I think they're quite relevant to these times, so it's good to keep it in the set, in the repertoire. Yeah.
Sweet.
from the face of a murderer that stalks. Who would be the next man thrown in a body bag, shook out loud on the floor? The only way out was through the garden door. I let him shot dead for one. A lucky gangster witnessed the death of his brother. Just another life broken and torn. Happened 5 a.m. of the break of dawn like grass mowed down on the lawn. 10 stitches to your head, sure enough. If your head nearly got blown, Chappelle jumps and you misjudged the distance. In the distant care, nursed by sisters. Half of your body covered in blisters. The third degree burns that burn. This ain't no relaxed hair palm. Burn, learn the hard way. It ain't worth the trouble, I say. To wind up this, soaking wet in a puddle. Blood flowing down the drain in a muddle. Killers running off fast into the rain. Down the dark lane with DNA swabs to mash, to mash, to mash. Stay out of my risky business. Yeah, mind your own business. Should've stayed out of my risky business, girl. Yeah, mind your own business. Stay out of my risky business, girl. Yeah, mind your own business. Girl, should've stayed out of my risky business. Yeah, mind your own.
Okay, Lewis, we've got to the end of the your new album, Keep Off the Grass. For those of you at home, wherever you're watching this, you don't know what the title of the album is. It's called Keep Off the Grass. It's a bloody good album. You should all buy it immediately. Rush out there, presents, whatever. At track number 10, the last track, the closing track, Recipe for Disaster. Do you want to run me through that?
This is a very new track that I've come up with. I mean, the riff, like, came up with that from busking, and I was like, yeah, this is a really cool riff, and then the beat over the drum beat over the top. It's just got that kind of like cool stoner blues style, and I was like, I'll write some lyrics over this, and sometimes I have to just the riff or the music just kind of sends me the message of what the lyrics are going to be, and all it will take is a line that I come up with. Like the line that came up was like, "This is a recipe for disaster," and that will be the theme for the song that I write the rest of the lyrics to. And I've recorded it how it is now on this Keep Up the Grass album, but it's changed. It's changed into another kind of version of it, which I'll probably record on the next release, just to show how it's evolved. It's got a really nice thing going. I've added some lyrics, about the 7 deadly sins, and just how like I tried to get kind of food themed lyrics into this one, because it's the recipe for disaster, and the ones in power are the crooks. They're the ones who cook the books, and the greed of man has a consequence. It's the poisonous ingredients. So all of that kind of stuff. That's what this song's about. The recipe for disaster is like, there's disastrous things happening in the world, and the reason why are because of the things that I talk about in this song.
Sloth are the poisonous ingredients. Greed, gluttony, and sloth, they are the poisonous ingredients. This is a recipe for disaster. This is a recipe for disaster. Recipe recipe for disaster. This is a recipe for disaster. The recipe for disaster. Secret recipe for disaster.
Yes, Lewis, Floyd.
All right.
We're here talking to you about your album, new album release, Keep Off the Grass. We just covered all the songs there, the last segment, and I just wanted to ask you about what guitar you're sporting and using.
All right. This guitar here is an Eastwood double neck guitar made by the company Eastwood. They kind of endorsed me a bit for this. They gave me a little bit of a reduction on the price because it's quite expensive. So yeah, it's a double neck guitar based on the old Telestar guitar, which was this guitar back in the 60s called, and they had Telestar on the head. But right now, Eastwood reissued it with their company logo on. So yeah, you basically got like a 6-string guitar with the bass on the top, and you got some 2 single coil pickups, and you have a single coil pickup up here for the bass, and you get a tone control and a volume control. And the tone control is for both the guitar and the bass. You got the selector switch here, so like I loop a bass line, say. So I loop the bass line, and then you can have it in the middle position where you get the bass and the guitar. I just flip between the two because if I'm playing the guitar, I don't want to accidentally hear the bass. So then I start on the bass and switch it down to the guitar, which also has a tone, a pickup selector switch down here. So you can toggle between this pickup and then the two together, and then the bridge pickup. And it also has a tremolo. And you can do things like this, like what you can do on I think it's a Jaguar or some of these guitars. This is quite nice. And yeah, I'm also known for playing a double neck Arbiter, which is an SG, 70s SG model. It's quite heavy. So when I saw this one, I saw Eastwood release this, and I kept looking, and I was like, and I looked up the weight, and I was like, yeah, and the headstocks are really like, you got I think it's a short scale bass, so it matches up with the guitar. I was like, I really want to try one of these. Like, I bet it's super light, and it is super light. I think part of it's hollow inside. I'm not sure which part, but I think they've made part of the body hollow. So yeah, it's a really nice compact instrument. And this is a left-handed version, because the right-handed version would be like this. The guitar's at the top and the bass is at the bottom. But like with my Arbiter, the bass is at the top and the guitar's at the bottom. I prefer it like that because primarily I'm a guitarist, so I don't like the idea of playing the guitar up here like that. I prefer to be like, and then the bass is like, kind of just makes more sense to me. So I got the left-handed model and flipped it round to play right-handed. A bit like what Hendrix would do, I guess. So but so you don't really have the issue of not being able to access these higher frets because the cutaway's quite high up. Yeah, it's a really, really good. It's a great guitar. I love this guitar.
How's it different sound with the Arbeitswechsler?
Oh yeah, this guitar's got more of a 60s kind of psych sound to it because of the single coils. And with my Arbiter, it's got the humbuckers, so I could get away more with like having like stacking my guitar pedals. So I have my Boss pedals. I'd have like the blues driver, and then I'd have like the distortion pedal. And when I press on the distortion pedal, it give me that extra gain. But with this one, the single coil is a bit more sensitive. So after experimenting with stacking the distortion pedals, I realized that these single coils, to my ears, sound better just playing through the blues driver. It gives you like not so much distortion, so you get a bit more clarity with the sound, which has changed my sound as a one-man band. So yeah, my sound's changed because of this guitar, and it's lightweight and it sounds great.
And maybe the farmer drums probably changed the sound a little bit as well.
Oh yeah, the Farmer foot drum has totally changed my sound. I mean, before I started using the Farmer foot drum, I'd play my own foot drum that I made up, like a DIY foot drum that I created, and that's how I first started out playing that foot drum. Just used to when I was in a band called Known, and then it fell apart, and then I'd have my drum set up in my room, and I'd sit behind my drum kit and play the kick and the hi-hat and play my guitar, and I'd be like, oh, how can I play the snare? And then I felt like, oh yeah, I'll put a snare on the side and put a kick drum pedal in front of it. It was as simple as that. And I was playing that for years and just doing my thing. And then through like researching on the internet, I started seeing like this guy Farmer foot drum, like back in the early days. I don't think he'd really released his foot drum yet. I just saw like stuff online about this guy, and he'd be out there in America, and I'd look at his setup and I go, that's pretty ingenious what he's done there. And then the next thing he's like, you can actually buy them, and I was like, wow, like yeah, I'd really like to get one of those, because it looks like you can actually really make it sound like more like a drum kit, but you have to the playing technique's different, so you got to kind of like ride the cymbal with one foot, and then he's got these pedals that you can play with your heels for the snare. And I got one sent to me back in like 2015 or 16, something like that, and it turned up, and I kind of got a bit more successful doing my one-man band. I was doing like the Ace of Spades and Biggie Smalls and that, and I was taking my stuff around on the back of my motorbike. So I'd made my kit so I could just my foot drum, so I could put it in the back of the motorbike rack with my amp, and it all fitted in there nicely. And then this Farmer foot drum turned up. I think it's like one of the first models, like the Mark 1 with the wooden foot pedals. And I was like, it was pretty big, and I was just like, oh man, how am I going to transport this around? I'm not going to be able to do it. So, and I tried playing it, and I was just playing it how I play my foot, the foot drum that I had made, and I was like, well, if I'm just going to play it the way I play my foot drum, I'm just going to I just send it back, because it was quite expensive, and then I ended up sending it back and continued using my foot drum. And then like, I don't know, maybe like, what is it, like 2022, around that time, 2021, I just see people playing them, and I was like, oh, they're really sounding good now, because I was like, maybe I need to get one, otherwise I'm just going to be kind of like left behind kind of thing with the way with the sound. Like I felt like if I get one, I'm going to have to change my playing style. So I ordered one, and they gave me a bit of a discount because they know me from before, and I had it like, so it turned up, and I had the foot drum there, and I still didn't change my playing style. I'd play it, and I took it out and played it the way I played my old foot drum setup, and then I was like, oh man, I just let it. I just stopped playing it, and I had it for like, I don't know, like a couple of years, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna start like developing the right playing technique for this kit. And because I was like, I don't know how long, like 20 years of playing my foot drum, I developed a muscle memory, so I had to like totally kind of get through that in order to like relearn playing this farmer foot drum, and it's taken me like a year and a half, maybe, you know, a couple of years to really be able to that be my kind of like that be the kind of primary way of playing the foot drum, like just get rid of how I used to play the foot drum, and now I've adopted this new technique which has actually changed my sound. It's like made it sound like there's an actual drummer behind a proper kit now. So yeah, it sounds great, the foot drum, the farmer foot drum. Yeah, if you can look them up, they're really great.
So Lewis, we've covered the what's inspired you with each track of the album, your new album, Keep Off the Grass. The amazing artwork on the front cover of the album, Keep Off the Grass. How did this come about?
Well, once I decided that it was going to be called Keep Off the Grass, in my mind I had this kind of visualization of how it could potentially look, and I knew that like from like living around where I live, like where I used to live in Blackheath, there's like a bowling green, and there's like places where it just says Keep Off the Grass, and I just kind of think yeah, if I could get find a place that has the sign and do some kind of photo shoot around that. So I went and found a few kind of bowling greens, but there weren't any of these Keep Off the Grass signs. So I thought like, yeah, maybe I could just like buy one, and I ended up buying one. And my friend Billy Darlington, he's a great photographer, he offered to take some photos. So we went and found a bowling green in Hastings, and there's a few around Hastings, and we did a few we did a photo shoot on a couple of days at these bowling greens, and just messed around with different kind of ideas of me jumping over the Keep Off the Grass sign, as if to say, yeah, keep off the grass, don't even touch the grass, you should be levitating above the grass. And then actually just like smoking, you know, because like on the grass, like kind of being rebellious, and actually no, I'm going to keep on the grass. I am on the grass, look. You keep off the grass.
It's not an advert for smoking grass.
No. Just say no.
But it's amazing artwork. It's really cool. Captivating that your jump. I mean, you must have jumped. You must have jumped about 150 times that day.
Oh yeah, I just not really felt it the next day, the next week. But yeah, we also had to get one of my old pilot friends involved to fly his biplane to do the Lewisfloydhenry and the Sky.
The skywriting, yeah.
Yeah, the skywriting. He's a great friend of mine. He took off from Biggin Hill, and yeah, he really did a good job with the.
It's not the Red Baron, is it?
What's that?
It's not the Red Baron.
No. Humphrey, he's a great pilot.
No, it's great. I mean, it's got a real summer feel to it, isn't it? Obviously,
summer
shot
vibes,
in the summer anyway. Obviously, it would be, but the nice blue sky, the contrast and everything.
Yeah, the
really
greens cool. And the fuchsia pinks.
The clouds seem like that photo is the clouds seem to be in the right position for some reason.
Yeah, I love it when an album cover comes together.
Exactly. No, and that was quite an easy way, wasn't it? Really, and I guess. I don't know what you got on the back. What's on the back? You've got
the back cover's just I'm just sat with it between my legs, smoking.
But the nice crisp photos, and it just came back quite quickly, really, didn't it? So
yeah,
it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, we had a great photo shoot on those 2 days, and the one that we settled on that I settled on was we went up to Pett to meet a friend, Joe. At a pub, we were there having a pint, and he mentioned that there was a bowling green just across the road.
Yeah, that's opposite the Royal Oak.
Yeah, and we walked in there, and then I saw one of those, you know, the cricket, the big kind of like board like things to stop the ball or
stop
the wind or something.
I
I was like, this will be a great backdrop. like, so just started doing some jumps in front of that, and it's turned out really well. It's got a quintessentially British vibe to it.
It has, yeah.
You know? So yeah, I'm really happy with how it's all turned out. I think the next thing would be to do a fun video to it.
Yeah, exactly that. So watch the Space Kids.